Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Cheap Couloir for Roller Coaster Tycoon Classic. Another scenario from Blaze. This one was suggested to me by Alec. This vast river surrounded by jungle is now home to a theme park, but due to the taste of locals, only cheap thrills are allowed. Your objective to have at least 1,350 guests in your park at the end of October year 3 with a park rating of at least 600. Okay then. So we've got free entry to the park. It's quite a small area. We can buy some more land, whether we'll need to or not, I don't know. We've got no building rights. Okay. So let's see what we've got available then. Okay, so it's starting in the gentle rides. It tells me there's nothing in the transport rides. We've only got 2 gentle rides available. A couple of courses. Not a bad selection, to be honest. Cheap and cheerful. Thrill ride, 1 pirate ship, a log flume to add to the water coaster we've already seen. Not a great selection of shops, so there's not enough variety here. So that'll mean that even if we build everything and build multiple versions of them, we will be eligible for worst food awards, and we don't want negative awards anyway, let alone on a park where it's not exactly a high goal, but it is in relation to the amount of space we've got available, and judging by the write-up there, the sorts of rides that we're going to have unlocked as well. So I'm going to want to research shops, at least until we get some better variety with the food. We've got 2 gates there, so that's going to cause some issues as well. But I think for now, let's just crack on, do our usual sort of start in areas and put down whatever rides we've got and then see what happens. March year 1. So I looked up what a couloir is. It's a French word or French origin word, and it means a steep gully. So basically what this is. I also noticed on these guests here, cash in pocket £10. Is there any more? Cynthia, cash in pocket £10. So the way it works is that you get like an average amount when you set up the scenario that the guests have. So 10 is probably the lowest amount that they're gonna have. So we're already researching shops. So I'm going to assume that at some point there's going to be a cash machine. Otherwise, this is a dreadful scenario. So we're going to leave it on shops, even after we've unlocked whatever shops we do unlock. I did start building on both sides with a bridge, but I think the smart thing to do now would be to block off one section. So what I'll do is I'll put like a no entry sign there, and then I'll put another one then there. And I'll just work on this area. Eventually, as we start running out of space, or at least workable space, like this bit down here looks a bit of a pain, we'll bridge across and we'll start on this area. But for now, I think this is the good way to go. But even though guests don't have a lot of cash, I am still going to ram up the umbrella price, because not all of them will only have 10. A lot of them will have more money than that. So we do want to make as much money as we can whilst we're going. September year 1. And look at that cash machine just coming out. That's great. So we can plonk a few of those down and start making some more cash. Because what will happen is the guests who are in the park who don't have a lot of money, or they're running out of cash, they will start taking money out. So what have we got then? We've come in. We've blocked off this side, like we said. We've decorated the bridge. I think it looks really cool. We've got that little crooked house just down by there. Shops, stalls, that sort of thing. Charging full price for the umbrellas. Good money for food as well. We've got a couple of pirate ships down there. Sharing an exit. We've got a water coaster just there. Simple design, but that's all we want for a park like this. We haven't got the space to be doing anything too extravagant, and the guests haven't got the money for us to charge a lot for rides anyway. So all the courses and things are going to be £5 a go. We've got Junior Coaster just up here. Load a sec when you're going to need to put Handyman down on there. Make sure we got one zone there. So I've also got this one. Good stats there. We've got this one set onto 3 laps. Because it's a small park, we are going to get issues with overcrowding. So we do want to have more guests off the paths and on rides if possible. And then we've got the hairpin coaster just down here. Let's have a look. Howler, good stats on that as well. Making good cash. So it just comes up, down. Little fiddly section there in the middle just to add a little bit of extra track length to it. Decent stats there, because you do have a minimum length requirement for these. It might have been over it anyway, but oh well, it just adds to it. So we're doing well. I'm probably going to bridge across now to here, especially now we've got the cash machine. I think I am going to put my research into thrill rides. No, maybe thrill rides or coasters. I haven't quite decided yet. And yeah, it's just carry on building. We are going to build this site, so yeah, we'll just see how we get off. October, year 2, 950 almost guests in the park. We've got a mini coaster just down here, Jungle Jamboree, and we've got a Wild Mouse just there, Monkey Madness. We've seen, no, that's still the mini coaster, and we've got the log flume just down there, tucked away. By here, we got 2 Ferris wheels, one going forwards, one going backwards. You can they both go in the same way. But if you look, one's facing forwards, one's facing backwards. Maybe I've put one of them the wrong way because that just looks odd. So yeah, the log flume just comes out, it drops down, got a little splash on the photo section there, comes back round, up, down, over, under the bridge, and then back out via a little underground section there. Cool, guests loving that. Let's check out the steps, stats, 4.62. Cool. Again, we're only charging £5, so we don't need to go too high on the stats. Check out the stats for the Wild Mouse. They're easy to get good stats on. And the mini coaster. Cool. So we've got the second bridge just along there. That's all decorated. And we've got a third bridge just down here that I haven't decorated yet. And we're putting the cash machines, kiosks, and I always like to put a toilet next to them as we go as well. That way we ensure that we've got tons of toilets in the park, so we will be eligible for best toilets at some point, depending on the ratio of guests to toilets. I mean, it sounds dumb, but you know, it does give you a good boost in guest numbers, and that might be critical come the end of it. So we've been researching roller coasters. I forgot to switch the research as soon as we unlocked. Oh, that's weird. As soon as we unlocked the cash point, so we did end up researching a few more shops. So we've been researching roller coasters. The fact that we've just researched a coaster that we've already unlocked, now that happened earlier. I think we unlocked the junior coaster when we already had a junior coaster, and now we've unlocked a mini coaster when we've already got one. So that tells me it's unlocking different train options. So there isn't really much point in us continuing to research them if it's just going to give us the same as what we've got. So we're going to switch research into thrill rides so we can start filling in some of the little spaces that we've got left. We've got a spiral coaster unlocked. I think down here would be a great place for that. Yeah, we're doing really well. We need another, say, 400 guests in year 3, but we should be fine to do that. April, year 3, and we've got the spiral coaster done just there. We've got the bridge done as well. What else? We've got a twist just done here. So as we're unlocking the thrill rides, we're just plugging them into the gaps that we've got as well. Not sure I've shown you some of the seating areas that I've put down. Just simple ones like that. One of the things to make sure of when you're doing these is to make sure really that they're kind of if you're going to do it like this, make sure they're facing away from the park exit. Otherwise, if guests want to leave and it's heading in the same direction, they may end up getting stuck down those, especially if you've got it like 2 tiles long like that. But yeah, doing all right so far. We've got the green arrow, so doing good. We're still researching thrill rides. One thing I probably am going to do is check out profits on the rides. So other spiral coaster, it's called Anaconda. Good stats there. Yeah, these ones at the bottom. If you consider how much money we're making off the good rides, the premium rides, and how much we're making off these ones, we might as well just make all these free, especially this one. There's no one going on it. We might as well make this free. And that way then, if guests are running out of cash and they don't want to take cash out of the cash point, they might still go on some of the free rides before leaving, just to help boost our numbers. That could be critical come the end of it. So I'm going to do that, make these free as well, and then just carry on building. October, year 3, we've got 1,380 guests in the park. We needed 1,350. We were sort of bumbling around just under the 1,350 mark. We've added a couple of quick rides at the end. There's a Jungle Gym Space Rings just down there, and we've got the Monkey Go Round just there as well. Put that down quick. I could see from the research that, nope, wrong one. I could see from the research that that was going to be unlocked next. So what I did was I put down another crooked house or something, did the queue line, and then as soon as the merry-go-round or the monkey go round unlocked, I deleted the crooked house and put that down there. And then just up here, what have we got? We've got a top spider monkey, and we've got an enter primate, and then we've got the 3D cinema set to Storm Chasers. There's 3 different videos on that. I thought Storm Chasers probably the most appropriate, and we've got Jungle Junction just down there. Yeah, that's no accident. Awesome cartoon. I'm not going to sing the theme tune, no matter how much I want to, because it is a banger. Absolutely. Yeah, so what are we doing? 18th. Oh, so we've done the goal then. Guest rating is up on maximum. One thing I have done is that some of the premium rides, I looked in on queue length, just there, and some of the premium rides, like, there you go, Jungle Jamboree. I've put it down to free. There was no one going on it. Put it down to free. Pirate Ships, put that down to free. Splashdown, free. That's free. It's a rubbish ride. Still charging for that one. We could probably drop that. Oh, well, once we've done the goal, if we were going to carry on playing, we would put the price back up. But just to keep the guests in the park, but we're doing all right. We're going to pass. We've got a few days left. So what happened then? We came into the park. We started putting down shops, kiosks, that sort of thing, researching shops because we didn't have a lot of variety. And then I noticed that the guests coming in didn't have a lot of cash, which was alluded to in the write-up, but I didn't realize that they would have such little cash on them. So we continued researching shops in the hope that there was a cash machine, because otherwise that would have made for a dreadful scenario. Thankfully, there was one. We got that at the September year 1, and then I was going to switch my research into thrill rides or roller coasters, but I forgot. So then, come year 2, then a few months in, I researched roller coasters, and we continued building them. Got a junior coaster there. We've got the hairpin coaster. We've got the water coaster. We've got a bridge across there because we unlocked the ATM. And at that point, I decided to expand then onto the second part of the park where the gate is, because previously what I'd done is after building the bridge, I just put no entry signs. So the guests coming in this gate just came over to this side of the park. So then we built down here. We did the log flume, the Ferris wheels, and the wild mouse just there, as well as the mini coaster. Came down, built the second bridge. We unlocked the spiral coaster, And at that point, I realized that the only thing we were unlocking now was just additional ride cars, like the login trains for the junior coaster and the toboggan trains for the mini coaster. So we switched the thrill rides, built the go-karts and these flat rides up here. And by that point, we were doing all right. We just about scraped it. But this month, it looks like we haven't had any trouble at all. Although last month it was looking a bit iffy. But oh, hang on, a rogue bit of scenery. Just there, 31st. Let's go back to the start where there's probably more people. No, maybe more people this side. As well, we want to see them letting go of their balloons. And we've done it. Stew. Awesome sauce. Cool. Yeah, that was a fun scenario. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much to Alec for suggesting that. Thank you to Blaze for creating it. I have said it before that he is probably the most prolific scenario creator out there, especially of all the people sharing on RCT Go. And that's why when most of them that we're playing are his. So yeah, that was cool. So having a good scenario like this suggested does give me some options when releasing the videos, because there are some, we're doing Blaze's first scenario pack now, but some of them might not be as good. So I think what I'll do now, I've got a bit of a backlog in videos. I can perhaps start releasing more than one a week. And then what I'll do is maybe some of the ones that aren't quite as good, I'll release midweek, and some of the ones that are good, I'll release maybe on the weekend. Hopefully that'll be cool. All the ones on the backlog, I am adding to a playlist called Members Only, which you can get access to by joining, and it's like £1 a month or something like that. But I just want to say you don't have to, and the only thing they get is access to the videos that are going to be released at some point anyway. And it might just be the fact that they get them an hour early or a day early or a week early, and that's it. There's nothing else. But if that's something you're interested in, that would be great, and it would be really appreciated. So this has been Cheap Couloir from Blazing Empire HD, suggested by Alec and completely destroyed while still making it look amazing by Stu. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!